One day, people will look at you with wide eyes and whisper, "How did you do it?" They will remember the times you were counted out, overlooked, and left behind. They will recall when you had nothing but faith and a quiet determination inside your heart. They will compare who you are now with who you used to be, and the question will burn in their minds. How did you rise so high when everything was against you? They will be speechless, because the change in you is undeniable. This is the retention moment. If you're watching right now, let me tell you, what you're about to hear in this video will unlock clarity and strength in your life. Stay with me until the end, because every word has been designed to prepare you for the moment when others look at you in awe. The story of your rise is not random, and as you listen, you'll understand exactly why you are where you are today, and why greater doors are about to open for you. This is not just a message, it's a revelation. The truth is, most people will never see what you had to go through behind the scenes. They won't know about the nights when your heart was heavy, but you still chose to keep going. They won't understand the battles you fought in silence, the tears you cried when no one was around, or the weight you carried on your shoulders when it seemed impossible to move forward. But you kept moving. And that persistence is the reason why your story will inspire others. When they ask, "How did you do it?" the answer will not be about luck or coincidence. It will be about resilience. It will be about courage. It will be about the fire inside you that refused to die out. Every obstacle you faced became the training ground for your future. Every rejection was redirection. Every moment of pain was shaping you into someone unshakable. What looked like setbacks were actually setups for a greater comeback. And that is why your rise is different. It is not shallow. It is not fragile. It has depth because it was built in silence. The foundation of your life was laid in moments no one applauded, in struggles no one celebrated, and in victories no one noticed. That's what makes the transformation so powerful now. When people finally see it, they won't just admire what you've achieved. They will feel the strength of what you've endured. So, when the day comes and voices around you ask, "How did you do it?" you'll know the answer. You did it because you never stopped. You did it because you believed when there was no reason left to believe. You did it because you refused to let go of the vision burning inside your heart. And now, your life has become the undeniable proof that perseverance always wins. They will watch you walk into the very places you once dreamed of, and their eyes will widen in disbelief. The words will fall from their lips without them even realizing it. How did you do it? They will remember when you were struggling to keep going, when you felt invisible in a world that overlooked your effort, and they won't understand how you carried yourself from there to here. They will see you walking with confidence, carrying a glow that cannot be explained, and they will wonder how someone who had so little could now have so much. What they miss is that every step you took, even in silence, was a step toward this very moment. You never gave up. And that is why your story will echo louder than their doubts. Before we go further, I want to ask something from you. Stay with me until the end of this video, because what is coming next is meant for your spirit, your journey, and your future. And when this video is finished, I invite you to write your most sincere wishes in the comments and place the number 777 beside them. Why? Because this is more than words on a screen. It is a declaration, a release of energy, a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what is already aligned for you. Do it with belief, do it with hope, and do it with expectation. And don't forget to subscribe, because what you are stepping into is not just a message, it is a movement. You are not alone in this. There are others walking the same path of strength and discovery, and together your energy builds a greater rise. They will never fully know the nights you wrestled with your thoughts, the days you felt like the weight of the world sat on your shoulders. They will never know the strength it took to wake up each morning and push through when you felt like collapsing. They will never know how many times you thought about giving up, but chose one more step instead. And yet, those hidden moments became the building blocks of your strength. That is why, when they ask, "How did you do it?" You won't need to explain with details. The glow in your spirit will tell the story for you. Understand this. What looks like a sudden rise to them is really the result of years of unseen effort. They didn't see you standing alone with tears in your eyes, but determination in your heart. They didn't hear the whispers of doubt you had to silence. They didn't feel the pain of rejection you endured. They see the result, but they missed the process. And the process is where the miracle was built. Without the valleys, there would be no mountain. Without the storms, there would be no calm. Without the breaking, there would be no breakthrough. So when they ask, "How did you do it?" you can smile and know the truth. You did it because you refused to stop. You did it because even when no one was cheering, you still ran the race. You did it because you trusted that there was something greater waiting for you on the other side of your struggle. And now, the evidence is undeniable. This is why your story matters. It is not only your victory, it is a light for others still in the dark. When people see your transformation, it gives them hope that theirs is possible too. Your rise will be the proof that no pain is wasted, no delay is final, and no obstacle is permanent. What was designed to hold you back became the very thing that pushed you forward. And now your life is the answer to their unspoken questions. They'll keep asking, "How did you do it?" But the truth is, it's not about the how. It's about the who you became in the process. You became stronger, wiser, unshakable. You became someone who knows the value of resilience, the beauty of perseverance, and the power of hope. That's the real miracle. Not just what you achieved, but who you became while achieving it. And this is only the beginning. Because once you rise, you realize there are greater heights still waiting. The very question people ask, "How did you do it?" is proof that they cannot deny your light. And soon, they will not only ask, they will be inspired. Inspired to fight their own battles, to endure their own storms, to rise from their own valleys. Your life becomes a mirror that reflects the possibility of victory back to them. So stand tall, embrace the story. Know that every scar you carry is evidence of survival, and every victory you hold is evidence of purpose. The world will keep asking, "How did you do it?" And your life itself will be the answer. They will watch you stand in places they never thought you could reach, and the question will rise from their lips again, "How did you do it?" They will remember the times you had nothing, when your resources were scarce, when your opportunities seemed blocked. They will remember when you were surrounded by silence, when you had no applause, when you were building in the shadows. And now, as they see you thriving, as they see you shining, they will be unable to reconcile the old version of you with the new reality in front of them. To them, it looks impossible. To them, it looks like magic. But to you, it is the result of every sleepless night, every disciplined step, and every act of faith. What many fail to see is that the transformation did not happen in one grand moment. It happened in 1,000 small choices. Every time you decided to rise instead of stay down, you were building momentum. Every time you chose growth over comfort, you were unlocking another piece of your destiny. Every time you silenced the voice that told you to quit, you were planting seeds that would grow into a future no one could deny. And now, those seeds have matured, and the harvest is visible for everyone to see. That's why they ask, "How did you do it?" Because they cannot comprehend the strength required to keep choosing forward when everything seemed against you. They will see your breakthrough, but not the battles. They will admire your glow, but not the grind. They will praise your results, but never know the resilience it took to reach them. And that is why your story carries so much power. Because you are not just standing as someone who made it, you are standing as someone who refused to break. There is a difference between those who stumble into success and those who rise from ashes. Your journey was not easy, but it was necessary. It forged you into someone who could not only handle victory, but protect it, sustain it, and expand it. When people ask, "How did you do it?" the simplest answer is this: you kept showing up. On the days when motivation was gone, you showed up. On the nights when hope felt faint, you showed up. On the mornings when the weight of the world pressed hard on your shoulders, you still showed up. And showing up again and again is what built the future they now marvel at. It wasn't a single leap. It was a steady climb. And now, the view from the top is breathtaking. But your story isn't just about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about honoring the part of you that believed when no one else did. It's about showing the younger version of you, the one who cried, the one who doubted, the one who feared, that all of it was worth it. You did it not just to silence doubters, but to fulfill the vision that burned inside your heart. That's why when you answer the question, how did you do it? The answer is not found in circumstances. It is found in character. And here is what makes it even more powerful. Your rise isn't only for you. It's for everyone who is watching, wondering if their breakthrough is possible. Your life becomes a living example, a reminder that no matter how deep the valley, no matter how heavy the burden, no matter how endless the night, there is always a dawn. The same question they ask you now, others will one day ask them. And your story will remind them that the impossible can happen, that resilience pays off, and that perseverance always leads to transformation. So hold your head high, because the story of your rise is not finished yet. Every step you take now only adds to the testimony. Every victory you claim now only amplifies the inspiration. And every time they ask, how did you do it? The answer grows louder. You kept moving, you kept believing, and you refused to quit. They will see you smiling in moments when you used to be broken, and they will whisper again, how did you do it? They will look at your strength, your peace, and your unshakable confidence, and they will be unable to connect it with the version of you they once knew. They will remember when your back was against the wall, when your dreams seemed impossible, when your life looked like nothing but chaos. They will think about how many times you were pushed down, written off, and underestimated. And yet here you are, standing taller than ever before. To them, it looks like you defied gravity. To you, it feels like destiny finally revealed itself. What they don't realize is that your strength was not handed to you. It was earned. It came from battles you fought in silence. It came from lessons that broke your heart, but opened your eyes. It came from years of carrying heavy loads without anyone offering to help. You became strong because you had no other choice. And that strength, built over time, is why you now walk with a glow that cannot be ignored. When they ask, how did you do it? The truth is, you didn't wait for perfect conditions. You created them. You didn't wait for the right moment. You made the moment right. Every rejection became your redirection. Every closed door forced you to build your own. Every delay became an opportunity to sharpen your patience and deepen your character. And every person who doubted you became fuel for your fire. You turned pain into purpose, wounds into wisdom, and setbacks into comebacks. That is why the people who once underestimated you are now amazed by you. They are witnessing the power of resilience in real time, and it leaves them speechless. When people see your victory, they will assume it was sudden. They will think one day everything just fell into place for you. But you know the truth. It wasn't sudden. It was silent. It wasn't luck. It was labor. It wasn't magic. It was perseverance. The journey was long. The process was heavy. But you endured. And endurance has a way of producing results that nothing else can. That is why your story resonates. Because it is not shallow success. It is deep victory. And the beauty of your rise is that it doesn't just answer the question, how did you do it? It inspires the next question. If they can do it, maybe I can too. Your life becomes a beacon for those who are still walking through darkness, a light that shows them the way out of their struggle. Your transformation proves that no situation is permanent, no pain is wasted, and no obstacle is final. You are living evidence that persistence always wins. What makes your journey even more remarkable is that you didn't just survive, you transformed. You didn't just endure, you evolved. You didn't just get through it, you grew through it. That's why people can't help but stare in amazement. They are not just looking at your achievements. They are looking at the person you became in the process. They are seeing someone who carries wisdom in their eyes, strength in their spirit, and peace in their presence. And that kind of transformation cannot be explained in simple words. It must be experienced. So the next time they ask, "How did you do it?" let your life be the answer. Let your resilience be the proof. Let your glow be the testimony. You don't need to justify yourself or explain every detail. Your very existence, your rise, your peace, is the explanation. You did it because you refused to quit, and now the world can no longer ignore the truth of your journey. They will see you stepping into opportunities that once seemed unreachable, and the words will echo again. How did you do it? They will watch you sit at tables where your name was never mentioned before. They will hear your voice in spaces where silence once surrounded you. They will see you walking with authority, carrying a light that demands attention, and they won't be able to comprehend how the one who was once overlooked has now become unforgettable. It will puzzle them, it will challenge them, and it will even humble them, because they cannot deny what is right in front of their eyes. You rose, and you rose with power. The truth is, your journey was not one of ease, but of endurance. You carried burdens that would have broken others, yet you kept moving. You faced rejections that could have silenced your dreams, yet you kept believing. You endured losses that could have ended your hope, yet you kept pushing forward. Every hardship was a hammer shaping you. Every tear was water nourishing the soil of your future. Every trial was fire refining you into something unshakable. That's why, when people ask, "How did you do it?" the answer will never be about luck. It will always be about the strength you found in the struggle. You see, most people only pay attention when the results appear. They notice the glow, but not the grind. They admire the fruit, but not the roots. They celebrate the success, but overlook the scars. But what they don't realize is that the scars are the reason for the success. The nights you cried, the seasons you questioned, the moments you nearly gave up. Those were the very chapters that created the story of your rise. And without those pages, the book would have no power. Every time you were told no, you built your own yes. Every time a door was shut in your face, you found a window to climb through. Every time you were left alone, you discovered the strength within yourself. That's why the transformation shocks people. Because they expected you to break, but instead, you built. They expected you to quit, but instead, you kept going. They expected you to fade, but instead, you burned brighter. Your resilience was the answer they never saw coming. When they ask, "How did you do it?" you won't need to say much because your life speaks louder than words. The way you carry yourself now, the confidence in your walk, the peace in your spirit, all of it tells the story. And deep down, even those who doubted you will know the truth. You did it because you refused to let go of the vision inside you. You did it because you believed that your story was bigger than your pain. You did it because you trusted that the darkness was only temporary, and the light would come again. Your rise is not only an answer, it is a reminder. A reminder to those still struggling that it is possible. A reminder that no matter how heavy the burden, strength can be found. A reminder that no matter how loud the doubts, belief can still prevail. A reminder that no matter how broken the past, the future can still be beautiful. Your life is a message, and every step you take now is a word in that message. And together, it forms a testimony so powerful that no one can deny it. So yes, people will continue to ask you, "How did you do it?" And maybe you will smile, maybe you will stay silent, or maybe you will simply say, "I kept going." But the truth is, you don't owe anyone an explanation. The transformation itself is enough. The rise itself is enough. The peace you carry is enough. Because the journey wasn't about proving them wrong. It was about proving to yourself that you were always capable of more. And now, the world sees what you always believed, that you were never finished, you were only being prepared. They will watch you rise into a version of yourself they never believed could exist. And once again, their voices will tremble with the same words. How did you do it? They will remember the version of you that was weary, the one who carried hidden pain, the one who questioned whether the struggle was worth it. They will remember how life seemed to keep knocking you down, how everything you touched seemed to break apart, and they will struggle to comprehend how you transformed all of that into the strength and confidence you now carry. To them, it will look like a miracle. To you, it will feel like justice. Justice for every tear, every sacrifice, every lonely night that shaped your spirit. What most people fail to realize is that transformation is never instant. It looks instant to outsiders, but in reality, it is years in the making. It is built in secret, through choices that no one applauds and sacrifices no one notices. Every time you pushed through when it would have been easier to stop, you were building this moment. Every time you chose courage over fear, you were unlocking another piece of the destiny you now hold. Every time you refused to quit, even when quitting seemed logical, you were shaping the future that now shines so brightly. So when they ask, how did you do it? The answer lies in all those invisible moments that nobody else saw. They will see your glow, but not your grief. They will see your triumph, but not your tears. They will see your courage, but not the countless battles you fought to find it. And that's why your story has power. It is not shallow success, it is deep victory. It is the kind of rise that inspires others because it was paid for with endurance. People respect results, but they are moved by resilience. And your resilience is what makes them stop and ask the question again and again because they can't wrap their minds around the fact that you didn't just survive. You rose higher. Your life now has become a mirror. Every person who looks at you sees a reflection of what is possible. They see that pain can be turned into power, that rejection can be turned into redirection, that wounds can be turned into wisdom. They may not understand every detail, but they feel the weight of your presence. They sense the authority you carry, because authority is not given, it is earned. And you earned it by standing tall when life tried to make you small. You earned it by pushing forward when fear told you to stay still. You earned it by refusing to let your story end in defeat. And this is why the words, "How did you do it?" will never really go away. Because your story will continue to unfold. What you've achieved now is only the beginning. The same strength that carried you through yesterday will open greater doors tomorrow. The same resilience that sustained you in the valley will keep you steady on the mountain. Your journey does not end with one breakthrough. It builds momentum for many. That is what people will fail to grasp at first. They think the victory is the end. But for you, it is the beginning. Every victory you hold today will unlock another tomorrow. Every door you walk through now will lead to bigger ones ahead. Every testimony you carry will inspire someone else to keep walking until their moment arrives. And as that cycle continues, your story will expand beyond you. People you've never met will hear about your rise and whisper the same words. How did they do it? They will never know the full answer, but they will feel the inspiration, and that inspiration will ignite their own journey. So the next time you hear that question, let your smile be the answer. Let your presence be the answer. Let your peace be the answer. Because in truth, you don't need to explain every detail of how you did it. The evidence is all around you. The life you live now, the strength you carry now, the glow that cannot be hidden now. The best response is simple. You kept going. And because of that, nothing could stop you. They will see you standing in a place of peace and victory, and their voices will once again rise with awe. How did you do it? The words will not be casual. They will be filled with wonder, filled with disbelief, filled with a recognition that something greater has carried you to this moment. They will look at you and remember where you came from. They will remember the battles that almost destroyed you, the storms that nearly broke you, and the pain that left scars you thought would never heal. And yet, here you are, stronger, brighter, freer than anyone ever thought possible. To them, it seems unexplainable. To you, it is the natural result of refusing to quit. You didn't arrive here by chance. You didn't stumble into victory. You walked here step by step, through valleys of despair, across mountains of resistance, and against winds of doubt. You carried the weight of rejection, the heaviness of betrayal, and the silence of loneliness. And still, you did not stop. That is the answer to the question. You did it because you kept going. You did it because you refused to let the pain define the end of your story. You did it because somewhere deep inside you, you believed that everything you endured was preparing you for something greater. And now, that greater has arrived. When they ask, "How did you do it?" you may smile, because words will never capture the full truth. They will never know the nights you cried until you fell asleep. They will never know the mornings when you got up with a broken heart, but still chose to keep moving. They will never know the moments when fear was screaming louder than faith, but you still whispered, "I can do this." They will never know the battles in your mind, the weight in your chest, the doubts in your spirit. They will only see the result, not the process. But that is what makes your rise so powerful, because the process was private, but the results are public. You are living proof that resilience cannot be hidden. You are living evidence that faith is stronger than fear. You are the testimony that no storm lasts forever, and no darkness can block the light forever. When they see you now, they are not just seeing your success, they are seeing your survival, your transformation, your destiny unfolding in real time. That is why their words tremble when they ask, "How did you do it?" Because deep down they know they could not have survived what you survived. And yet, your story is not just about you. It is about the countless lives your rise will touch. Every person who sees you shining will be reminded that they can shine too. Every person who hears your story will be encouraged that their pain can be turned into power. Every person who watches you walk in strength will find courage to keep walking through their own storms. Your journey is a light, and that light is impossible to hide. That is why your story matters so much. It is not only your answer, it is their hope. So yes, people will keep asking, "How did you do it?" And the truth is, you don't need to explain it in detail. Your peace is the answer. Your glow is the answer. Your strength is the answer. You are the answer. And every time someone doubts whether they can rise from their own valley, your life will remind them that they can. Let this final truth settle deep within you. You are not finished. This rise is not the end. It is the beginning. Every victory you hold now is a doorway into greater victories ahead. Every breakthrough you celebrate now is only the first of many. Every step you take from here is part of a bigger story still unfolding. So walk boldly, because your story is not just about where you came from. It is about where you are going, and the best chapters are still unwritten. So when they ask again, "How did you do it?" stand tall, smile with confidence, and know the truth. You did it because you refused to give up. You did it because you believed in something greater. You did it because you carried a fire inside you that no storm could extinguish. And now, your life is the undeniable proof that miracles are real, breakthroughs are possible, and destiny always finds the ones who refuse to quit. This is not the end of your journey. It is the awakening of everything that was waiting for you. Every struggle, every scar, every silent tear has now turned into proof that nothing can hold you back. Walk boldly into tomorrow, because the same question they ask today, how did you do it, will echo louder with every victory still to come. Your story is only beginning, and the world has yet to witness the full power of your rise.